Okay, Ender, I know you're listening. Why don't you do the intro for us? Ender? Ender! The hell, it's almost like he's not even here! Ender, this isn't funny.
What do you think these are?
I finally got my wish! No more Ender! Fucking Rayman! I am finally on my own in here. Nice. Anyways, if you were watching last episode, me and Ender pretty much left off at this point where we were fighting the boss. And okay, I can't keep skipping this because we've already seen this. I remember because we had a little bit of the fight, and I also showed the bloopers off. I'm not sure. Strange. My mic's freaking out, and I kind of forgot to do one quick little thing here. And yes, you saw something else that we'll be doing later. Anyways, what? Oh, can I please get a lock on the butterfly, please? Okay, there we go. Ooh, I just played for like 2 hours. You'd think I wouldn't fuck up so bad right off the bat. Anyways, we missed one thing in our fight last time. Okay, that could have been worse. Oh, that was one of the worst things that could have happened. Okay, I'm gonna change to Monica then. No, over. I'm also gonna. Okay, this is what you need to do in order to kill the butterfly. You need to slash all the little tendrils, I guess, of the flower. That we got right. That we had no problem with. This right here is where we had a fucking problem. And I'm also going to... Okay, where's the red one gonna land? Because I want to... Fuck it, I don't even need to show off the... Okay. Here's the thing, somebody accused me of not strafing. Oof. Come on, thank you. Somebody accused me of not strafing. Here's the thing, though. They're facing outwards. Shit, and this whole thing is very frustrating. I don't care what my fucking friend Allie says. He's a dipshit. I've tried this, as you can see in the bloopers, for a good 10 minutes and just pretty much got myself shit-faced over it. That's because they do this really stupid thing. Now, I'm going to purposely fuck up again here. Actually, can I take care of that poison? I don't think I can, but still. Well, I'm not going to be in this form for long. Anyways. Not that one. Okay. You'd think... Oh, that doesn't work. We're fucked. The gun doesn't work. We're screwed. Not so. If you get in the ride pod... As I was trying to say, if you get in the ride pod, you can lock on. And with the gun mod, with this one, you can... It makes a cannon shot. And somehow that's fucking quiet enough. A cannon shot versus a fucking pistol. That's fucking inexcusable. Anyways, though... Ooh, fuck, Maximilian. Okay. They all shot at me for some damned reason. Oh, no, 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 no. Why am I... Oh, fuck, you've gotta be kidding me. Okay, back to fucking Monica. This is gonna be a fucking hell horse and a half. I'm tempted to speed up for you guys, but I know I'm already gonna have a fuck ton of... God damn it, not again! Shit, fuck off, butterfly bitch! I really hate this butterfly. This butterfly is the worst boss you will ever get in the game. And it's not even for... This is actually also the easiest boss in the game if you know what you're doing. It's also a bitch to get a certain picture that you're going to want to get if you're going to be like me and force yourself to get all of the pictures. Ride pod. Not the one I wanted. Purple will do. Come on. Yes, I know. And... okay, two things real quick. A, I know this isn't going to do a whole lot, but I'm going to use the bread on me friggin' right away. I know! I want my camera! I want... There we go! Okay, you can pause the video to see what the perfect time of that is, but pretty much that right there is one of the bitchiest shots ever in the game, apparently. I just say it's bitchy to get this boss fight to work right unless you know exactly what you're doing. Because it technically only takes 1, 2, 3... Whoa! 4... Come on. I was stuck on something, so logic would dictate. 5... 6 hits for the first stage. And I believe it'd be, what, another 5 or 7 for the second stage? 7. Okay. Max, Ripod, and if you were watching the bloopers, you were seeing Ender continuously say one thing to me over and over and over again. And I would try and tell him, I don't want that for a certain reason. That was so we could actually get the picture. But if you just go counterclockwise and they do all land perfectly, you should be able to just end this so-called boss fight. It is not really a boss fight so much as it's a ball-twistingly stupid challenge. Because you would never think the ride pod here would get what you need. But with that, what do you fucking know? A cannon is apparently subtle enough for the butterflies.
So you're the ones that stopped me. Thank you.
Are you the one that they call Holly?
That's right. Holly is the name I went by as a human living among the little folk.
So that means your real form is the rainbow butterfly? Why did you appear to the Furbits in human form?
Well, you see, I wanted to thank them.
Thank them for what?
Originally, I too was a tiny butterfly. Once, when I still wasn't used to flying through the forest, I got caught in a huge spider web. I couldn't get out of the web no matter how much I struggled. So I just took a deep breath and resigned myself to my fate. Just at that moment, some Furbit folks came by and released me from the web. I was free. I flapped my wings with all my might and returned to the sky. They were waving as I flew off. They had saved my life, you see. My 7 saviors. The years passed. I grew and matured as a rainbow butterfly. As a monster, too, I found myself with plenty of magic powers. I used my powers of transformation to assume human form and approach them. I had wanted to give them something as a sign of my gratitude. But while I was living among them, I realized that the time I spent with them was more precious than anything. Before I knew it, I found myself wanting to spend the rest of my life as a human.
Then why'd you disappear? The Furbits really miss you.
Oh, that. There was sort of, an accident. A great, dark force from somewhere began to affect me. I was a monster, after all. And so this force awakened the powers of my original self buried deep within. I came to realize that I could never suppress the dark stirrings in my heart. There was nothing I could do but quietly leave their company. I've been hiding out in these woods, doing all I can to gain control of myself again. But the dark force got the best of me, and I was just a mindless monster when I attacked you.
So that's what happened, huh?
I can't go back to my old friends anymore. Would you please give them this letter?
Okay, I'll be sure to give it to them.
Perhaps the dark force that controlled me is what you'll be fighting from here on. It's an incredibly fearsome power. You must not lose against it. Please, win back our world. Well, I should be on my way. Goodbye.
Let's try to get to Jurak.
Okay.
Leave it to fucking me. Anyways, with that, it's a little bit early for me to start this, but since we're here, and as long as you still have some room in your picture book, go ahead, take a picture of the Lefreak, you know what, I'm gonna just stick to calling it a Lefreaka stem, because you will need that for one of the pictures that you're gonna get. Thankfully, yes, as you might have guessed, there is going to be a montage again. Not going to be anywhere near as long. But still, we should head over to the Furbits real quick and just let them know of the fate of their precious friend / butterfly. I gotta say, I'm enjoying this time without Ender. It's another change in the future? What did I do? Is it for killing the butterfly or something? No, I didn't do anything different. Everything's still the same. What the fuck, game? In fact, I think you have to actually go into the Furbit's house. So if you got rid of it, you might be a little fucked. Correction, that's incorrect. What the fuck? Ugh. Okay, something changed in the future. So I guess we gotta go over there. We do have to go to Jurak instead of the Furbits, which makes no fucking sense. And if you notice, yes, I actually have somebody else for our party friend. That's because I, again, did something off screen that I will tell you actually about in a little bit.
About him.
Griffin does not exist in our time. He shows up just a little in the memories of our distant ancestors. Seems he likes flowers.
Huh? Flowers?
That's what I remember anyway. I don't quite know the details.
Considering he tried to massacre a forest, I don't think he likes flowers.
But Griffin was around in ancient times. He is sending some strong otherworldly powers into the present. He's controlling a lot of things.
So Griffin is controlling the monsters in this era from ancient times. Which means his world is that of the distant past.
That's right! So Jurak, how far back in the past is Griffin?
You might want to ask Crest for the details.
Crest?
Crest, the great sage, the greatest and wisest sage of all in my era. With the moon crystal, he can use vast astrological powers. He can see everything that happens in the world.
Well, let's go and see him.
Yes, good idea, but it's not that easy.
Huh?
Crest's origin point has been erased too.
That's not a problem.
What is a problem, though, is how she would know this, unless, this is the only problem with the story in this whole thing, is a little too much, I know this, but I shouldn't know that.
We have the Carpenterian, right? Let's just revive Crest's origin point as well.
Yes, exactly. Crest's origin point is the holy ground of Balance Valley. In the future, a great temple will be built there. That's where all the sages will gather.
So that's where Crest will be. Let's get going.
Leave it to me. And apparently this Furbit wants to join. No, never mind. Though, speaking of Furbits... Yep, we actually finally delivered the letter.
Hello, everyone. How are you? This is Holly. I'm sorry to have left you so suddenly. But I have reasons that prevent me from staying with all of you. You might already have an idea of what those reasons are. But for me, the time we spent together was truly wonderful.
Holly!
Farewell, everyone. Stay happy and healthy. You will always be my one and only family.
Blubbering babies. You know I can't stand more than this? The fact that she said happy and healthy.
Holly, how could you? How foolish of you. Human or butterfly, it doesn't matter. Holly's just Holly to us.
Is it a bad idea to wish them a holly jolly Christmas?
You knew?
Of course I knew. I could tell she wasn't human just by her scent. But if Holly chose to approach us as a human, that was perfectly fine too. We don't care so much for outer appearances anyway. By the way, Monica...
What?
You tricked them in the first meeting. Inner appearance matters.
We want to go with you two on your journey. What do you think?
Really? You want to? Of course! With your help, we'll be able to put the world back to normal in no time.
And so, our adventures in the forest came to an end. Holly, the mysterious woman who got lost in the forest, wasn't you, Mother. But for some reason, I wasn't surprised. I always felt you'd be at the end of this journey. Just about then, Borneo and the others finished clearing the rock from the tracks so the train could move on again. We set our sights on Balance Valley.
And normally I'd actually call this the end of the chapter. However, because we have everything done for the chapter as far as I care, if we're technically not on chapter 3 yet, that's going to be next episode. We're going to collect all of the pictures that we need for the inventions. And, oh boy, unfortunately, due to some issues of people not being here, and I'm not saying Ender, although you know what, I'm starting to actually miss the guy. But, anyways, my point being is a few of them we can't get. They require Jurak to be fully revived, for instance. And because I can't clear all that out yet, I'm not going to put that into this video because it'd be very unreasonable for you to know exactly what you're supposed to do unless you're actually cheating or using a walkthrough or whatever you may be. So I will see you guys in the next episode. But for you guys, unless you don't care, we'll get to see all the people we're going to bring in real quick and all the ideas we're going to invent. See you later, guys. Goodbye. Alrighty, so the very first item we're going to be getting, believe it or not, is one of the consumables we need for making our land, which is going to be Jurak's Eye. Now then, next up we're going to be going over into the future to get 2 items in actuality. We can get the mushroom here, and then we can also get a little tidbit of Jurak simply by taking a photo of him. However, what we really want is over by the warp point over here, which is this strange stump which is withered Jurak. Back over in Sedain, you can actually hear the church bells going off, which will signify when you can get the morning sun as a picture. If nothing else, you can see it by in here, 609. Back over in Max's house, you can go into the kitchen in order to get a picture of a fish, which you're going to need. Also, over in the train, in the actual engine car, you can get 2 pictures once again. One of them being the firehouse, the other being right next to it to the right, being the coal. And then, of course, we're not done just yet. We get our very first, believe it or not, yes, monster! Yes, monsters actually will be going into our making of this. The thing is, a couple monsters actually have a thing you can do. This one being Jirimo's Yell. Afterwards, please feel free to kill said monster like I did. And then finally, this was one I kind of screwed up a bit on. You need to go over here to take the picture of the river. Doesn't work in Sedain. Anyways, when you use the morning sun together with what was it? The cloth? No, the clock, not the cloth. Silly me. And then Jurak's Eye. All those combined together will make for you a very completely worthless anti-petrify amulet.
Yeah, it works!
I know. So very worth it. Next up, you need the mushroom, the fountain, and you also need a picture of the barrel in order to, oddly enough, somehow make the cannons that we were using and bought from Cedric. I know, such a worthwhile investment. In any case, the next one's a bit more unique in that you need the river, the Lafrika stem, yes, I'm still calling it that, and you also need a picture of a fish. And you'll never guess what you're going to get from this. Maybe you will, actually. From this, you get a lure rod.
Yeah, it works!
I'll test to see if it actually works, Max, later on, but for now we also need a picture of withered Jurak, a cloth which we've obtained earlier, much earlier, and a bone which we have also obtained earlier. This will get us a very useful and something I'm still pondering on using for Monica, the bone rapier. Kind of its own weapon line class that we'll visit in later. Anyways, for the next one, we're going to need the picture of the egg. We're also going to need a picture of some of that coal we found. And one more item being, of course, nothing other than, well, of course, that being, if you're about as insane with the ideas as these guys are, being the candle. You'll never guess what it makes. A bomb. Actually, an improved bomb, no less.
Yeah, it works!
Don't ask me how it improved by the egg standards. Finally, for the last one, we're going to need this video. You need a picture of a chair, Gaimo's Yell, and then you also need... Where's that last one? Oh, there it is, the cloth. Altogether, it gets the worthless one of them all. Max's normal boots. Or rather, shoes. Now, something I thought I'd tack in at the end of the video here would be something I just wanted to go over really quickly, is I'm upgrading each of the weapons real quick. You're going to see for the stats we need here, this is what we need in order to get to the smash wrench, roughly. If you're playing alongside, you'll know what the categories are that you need to keep an eye out for. If you're following along, good. We're going for the grenade launcher route, though, for the gun now, simply because I feel like it has a better long-term payoff than the other route does. Granted, there will be a long pause for this now. For Monica's, it is required for us in order to get somebody to live with us to go for the bastard sword. This is required if we want to go for the easier of the 2 routes, considering you'll already have a little bit put into your long sword not to go this way. And then, of course, for the bracer, we could have actually gone and made a better bracer a long time ago because we are just going for the bandit brazier. You could have gone for it, but personally I say take your rookie stuff and level it all the way if you can. Anyways, that is all I wanted to show off. This is the actual end of the video, and I want to thank you all for watching and staying with me as long as you have. I really hope I don't actually have to end doing this, guys. I really hope to see you guys around more and actually talking more.
good night, goodbye, and I'll see y'all in the next one.